New England Patriots fans, welcome back to the J All Day NFL show. Today, we're doing a full 7-round mock draft with trades. I got a good one for you guys, and I think it's going to do great things for this Patriots team moving forward, right? There's a lot of holes to fill. We're going to fill them in this 7-round mock draft. Let's get into it. All right, Patriots fans, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. It really helps this video get into the algorithm. And if you want more New England Patriots updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Real quick, take a look at your screen. We're going to take a look at the depth chart real fast, right? Find some positions in need, right? The defense doesn't look too shabby right now with the additions of guys like Milton Williams, right? On the D-line, big addition there as well. Keon White, pretty solid player. And then Landry, the third, solid addition as well. Cornerbacks outside of Gonzalez, pretty dang good. We made a little bit of an addition. Carlton Davis is coming over to take over that other cornerback spot. Adding another linebacker and a safety could be good for this team moving forward. Obviously, we need a number one X wide receiver. We need a slew of wide receivers. They've added Mac Hollins, but he's not the guy, right? They could add 2 wide receivers in this draft class for sure. And running back, I do like Ramondre Stevenson, but he's dealt with some injuries for sure. And offensive line help, obviously, right? One of the poorer offensive lines in football, right? So that's why I'm making the move that I'm going to make. Let's go over to this mock draft, and we're doing a trade, guys. Here it is. The Saints are moving up to number 4. Patriots are moving back to number 9, but we're adding pick 40 overall. We're also moving up 77 to 71 and 144 up to 112. So a couple pick swaps, and we're adding the 40th overall selection in the draft. So we're going to offer this trade. There we go. It was accepted. And then we're going to resume this draft and take over at number 9, right? So with the number 4 overall pick, they took Will Campbell. Tyler Warren went, Membu went, Mason Graham went, and Tet McMillan. I like Tet McMillan, but a guy that I really like on the offensive side of the football, he's down here a little bit, but that is Matthew Golden, man. I rewatched the tape on him yesterday, and he just does all these really little things very, very well. He's great at stacking these D-backs, man, and just kind of pushing them and then bang, making great cuts, man. I love Matthew Golden. He is an incredible talent. One of my favorite players in this entire draft class. Is he worth taking at number 9 overall? That remains to be seen. Emeka Egbuka is also on the board, another guy I really, really like. But one of those 2 guys might be available for us at 38 or 40 overall. So where do we go from here? Do we take a running back? Do we take a wide receiver, or do we take one of these edge guys like Mike freaking Green? Let me know in the comments below, where would you guys go? A guy like Josh Simmons makes a lot of sense. So does a guy like Kelvin Banks, man. I absolutely love Kelvin Banks. And I think Banks can stick at left tackle. He's got long arms, 6'4", 320 pounds, can be a staple on the offensive line. He's only 21 years of age too. So as I'm looking at the board, I'm doing it. Kelvin Banks goes to the Patriots at number 9 overall. Now, Patriots fans, we're up at 38 and 40, man. So we could really add some depth to this roster, guys. Some serious, serious depth, right? Wide receiver room, Jack Betch, Jaden Higgins from Iowa State, Jalen Noel, another guy I really, really like. Jalen Noel, man, he crushed the combine, 5'11", 200. But Jaden Higgins, what an absolute dog, man. I love Jaden Higgins, 6'4", 215. We need an X wide receiver. We're getting one, guys. Jaden Higgins goes to the Patriots at 38 overall. Now, we got number 40. got 40 from the Saints, guys. Where do we go from here? A lot of talent on the board. Tyleik Williams is on the board. Betch is on the board. I don't know. He's kind of a tweener between tight end and wide receiver. I don't love him in that spot. And then the cornerbacks. Trey Amos is on the board. Shavon Revel on the board as well. Big guy, 6'3", 193 for Shavon Revel. Very, very interesting. Cam Scadaboo on the board as well. Remember, we're picking at 69 and 71 overall as well. Judkins is on the board, man. Taking one of these running backs is very, very, very enticing. But out of all these running backs, guys, I think Treveyon Henderson might be my favorite, man. Back-to-back over 88 grades, 1,000 yards this year. He could catch out of the backfield, and he's an electric blocker, man. He just hits people right in the face, dude. It's so impressive to watch. 5'10", 208. He's just so unbelievably talented. Gets up to full speed very, very quickly. Agile, fast footwork, soft hands. He's a true 3-down back. If you bring in a guy like Judkins, per se, he's got to come off the field on 3rd down. He's an okay pass catcher, but not great. And then some of these other guys, like Dylan Sampson and Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson is a big back, kind of in that Derrick Henry mold, but a little bit smaller. Probably got to come off the field on 3rd down. Treveyon Henderson could be on the board. Don't look at these PFF rankings. Watch the tape. But I do love Cam Scadaboo as well. I just think Treveyon Henderson is just way more electric of a back. I'm doing it. I'm bringing in another weapon. I'm bringing in 40th overall Treveyon Henderson, guys. Really revamping this offense, man. Kelvin Banks, Jaden Higgins, Treveyon Henderson. Woo! Baby Pats fans. OMG. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. You know, when we look at this roster, bringing in a tight end could make some sense. Chris Paul Jr., guy I really, really like. We're at 69 overall, 69 and 71, right? Terrence Ferguson, I really like as well. Really, really like him. Offensive line, well, these guys I think are going to be there a little bit longer in the draft, right? Marcus Mbow from Purdue, he's definitely been rocketing up people's draft boards. 6'5", 300 pounds, really solid player. Wyatt Millam, he's more of a guard. Charles Grant, more of a guard. I like him as well. He does got the long arms to probably stick at tackle, but probably best suited for guard. Okay, so let's take a look. I just want to take the best football player available. Ben Morrison on there as well. CJ West, wow, what a talent. 6'2", 317. Pair him up with Milton Williams, man. You got a very formidable D-line. Jordan Birch from Oregon, another guy, very talented, 6'6", 295. 10 sacks, 20 hurries. Trends are Bears, 49ers, Cowboys. All right. Kyle Kennard from South Carolina, another really talented player. He's being already mocked to the Patriots, right? Solid day 2 selection, 6'5", 254 pounds. The dude is an absolute monster. Norman Lott, a guy I like as well. Talented defensive player for sure. But Kyle Kennard seems to be the edge defender. I want to bring in some edge help for this team that can get after the passer for sure. And looking at all these guys, sorry, there's a dump truck right outside, guys. Excuse the crazy sounds. Kyle Kennard goes to the one and only Patriots at 69. I do like Ben Morrison, but we added some depth at cornerback in the free agency pool, so I didn't want to do that at this spot. So now, a lot of talented guys available here. Trey Harris is available, man. I love that. Jaden Higgins and Trey Harris on the outside. Woo, baby. That's some mismatch for sure. Mason Taylor is a very interesting prospect at 71 overall because Mason Taylor, son of Jason Taylor, Drop rate under 2%, kind of underutilized, and he's very young. One of the younger guys in this draft class. Patriots, 16%. I think I might have to take him, man. He's young and could still be growing into this talent. You're drafting him to be this great player a couple years down the road. Mason Taylor goes to the Patriots. I'm just going weapons heavy on offense. This offense was stagnant. We're bringing in depth. We got a solid tackle, wide receiver, running back. We got the tight end. Now we got 2 picks in the 4th round. Maybe here is where we add some depth at the offensive line, right? Offensive line depth here could definitely pay dividends for this team as we move forward, right, guys? Lampkin, I like him, but he's very undersized. Jalen Rivers from Miami, talented guy, but for me, Chase Lunt, shorter arms, probably a guard at the NFL level. Very talented guy, 6'8", 305, an absolute freaking monster, dude. I like monsters. I like big guys because big guys bully small guys, man. I like that pick. We're drafting at 106 overall. I don't really think it's that much of a reach when you go ahead and you look at who's left on the board. Vernon Broughton, he's a freaking savage, man. We might be in a place where we're drafting best player available. And a guy like Broughton, 6'4", 305, in that 3-4 scheme, he's a really talented player, man. I love myself some Vernon Broughton. I do love that guy for sure. One of the more talented players in this draft class. And then we got Andrew Mukuba from Texas. 90 overall grade. They could use some help at safety as well. We were breaking down this roster, safety is definitely a position of need in my opinion. So 89 coverage grade, forced incompletion rate at 26%. That's great. Just growing and growing each and every year. Trends to the Patriots. You know what? I'm going to take a safety here. Andrew Mukuba. I think some of these offensive linemen that we like will be there. A guy like Mukuba is not going to be there. We're going to address the safety position with our first 4th round pick. Now we're up at 412 overall. Let's see who went. Now, guys, we're up at 112 overall. None of the guys that I really love went in that spot, so we're still in play. Peebles is on the board. Kobe Bryant's on the board. I do want to get a cornerback at some point in this draft, but that's a young developmental guy because we have Christian Gonzalez who's going to be with the team for years to come. Right. When I'm looking at who's left on the board, Jack Kaiser, an off-ball linebacker, I really, really like for sure. So I'm going to take a look at these offensive linemen. Lunt is on the board. And we're not drafting again until 217 overall. So Chase Lunt and Logan Brown, both guys I really, really like. But we took a guy who's going to stick at tackle. So I want to add some guard depth. Chase Lunt to me is going to be one of those big ball-hawking guards, man. Just straight murders people. He's been a right tackle 3 years in college. But the shorter arms probably projects him more of a guard. So I'm going to draft Chase Lunt at 112 overall. Really solidify this offensive line. Now we're at 217, 220, 238. Here's our draft pick so far. We got our left tackle of the future in Kelvin Banks, Jaden Higgins, true X wide receiver, Treveyon Henderson, Kyle Kennard, Mason Taylor, Andrew Mukuba, Chase Lunt. Wow, what a draft haul. Holy moly, right? So we got our edge defender. Maybe we go interior defensive line. Cameron Jackson's on the board, a guy I really, really like. 77 overall grade, 6'6", 342. Great run stuffer, man. Great. This guy is going to come in to stop the run. Cameron Jackson, come stop the run for us, buddy. All right, now we got 2 other 7th round picks. This is kind of a best player available. Bringing in a linebacker, Dumas Johnson's on the board. You know, not the best year in 2024. So we just want to bring in the best players available. Safety Malachi Moore is a guy I always like. Fidel Diggs, the edge defender. He's got great speed coming off the edge, man. He's like a great guy to take a flyer on in the 7th round, right? So, guys, we are drafting 220 overall right now. We got our running back. We got our wide receiver. We got a bunch of offensive linemen. Adding another wide receiver to the mix, not something I hate either. But Fidel Diggs, man, 74 overall grade, can really pin his ears back and go after the quarterback. 6'5", 261, and he, dude, 4.5 speed. Very, very, very impressive stuff. Let's take a look at some of these wide receivers, man. Adding a little more wide receiver depth could be interesting. Kyron Lacey, pretty good player for LSU over the years, man. 866 yards, 9 tutties. Drop rate's a little higher than I like, but 6'2", 213, you know, pretty solid player, man. Especially in the 7th round. You know, he's got good footwork, he's long, he's smooth, and he's got a good catch radius, right? And that's great for a young quarterback, especially when you're drafted in the 7th round. Zachary Franklin's on the board, had a big year for Illinois, 77 overall grade. Drop rate right around 10%, 4 touchdowns. 6'1", 190. Rock Taylor from Memphis. Heard some good things about Rock Taylor. Back-to-back very impressive campaigns. 6'3", 215. Trends, Chiefs. All right. A lot of decent wide receivers left on the board here. Jimmy Horn from Colorado. No. Sam Brown from Miami. Don't love him. Will Shepard from Colorado. The Colorado guys, I don't love them. Theo Weiss Jr. from Missouri. Gotta love the Mizzou guys. 14 yards per reception. Can really stretch it, man. Really stretch it. 6'2", 192. Let's take a look at that drop rate. 3.2%. I like that. All right, Patriots fans. We're wrapping up this draft. 7th round, 238 overall, right? Now, we're just looking for best player available. Ty Robinson. D-line. Interesting. D-line's interesting. Linebackers interesting. Cypress. Bringing in a young cornerback here. I don't hate that idea. Cypress is pretty solid guy, Ventral Cypress, from Florida State. Got banged up a little bit this year. Very impressive in his rookie campaign. Gave up no touchdowns in 9 games. Everyone thought that this kid was going to be really, really solid. 6 foot, 188. That's an interesting play. All right, I'm going to check out these linebackers and see if we can find a diamond in the rough. Teddy Buchanan from Cal. Very impressive guy, man. Wow. 2 back-to-back 82 grades. Went down to 77 this year, but 3-year starter. Played in the box. True off-ball linebacker. I love it. I love it. Give us some depth at the linebacker position. Patriots fans, I'm very happy with this draft, man. Very, very happy. Kelvin Banks, D+. These grades for PFF are a joke sometimes, man. Kelvin Banks is might be the only true left tackle in this entire draft class. Will Campbell's got the short arms. I mean, Connerly Jr. got torched a bunch. I don't know. I don't love that at all. But for me, I want to add offensive weapons in this draft, man. Kelvin Banks, protect Drake May. Protect him. Jaden Higgins, true X wide receiver. Treveyon Henderson, I don't give a shit what these grades say. Check out the tape. Treveyon Henderson is a true 3-down back in the NFL. Mark my words. Come back to this video after the Patriots get him. Very, very impressive guy. Then we got Kyle Kennard, the edge defender. Then we got Mason Taylor, a great young developmental tight end. Very young, super athletic. He could be, in a couple years, a primetime top 10 tight end in the NFL. Mukuba, the safety, another solid pick. Chase Lunt, going to play guard. Kelvin Banks and Chase Lunt protecting Drake May. I love that. Cameron Jackson, D lineman, wide receiver Theo Weiss, and then a linebacker Teddy Buchanan. I love this draft class, man. If you go watch the tape, sometimes these metrics with PFF are a load of crap, so just take that into consideration. But, dude, Kelvin Banks, I love him. I love him. We trade back, get that extra pick. So it's just like we dropped 5 spots, and we got Jaden Higgins, who I love, at wide receiver. He's probably going to be just as good, if not better, than Tet McMillan. And then we get Treveyon Henderson, a true bell cow back, 3-down guy for free. I love that. Then we got Kennard and Mason Taylor. I love this draft. Patriots fans, let me know in the comments below. Do you like it? You hate it? I would love to know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.